And so we saw that there was this gap in a combination of emotional and tactical support. But certainly what people wanted was something that wasn't going to be overheard. You're like texting your friend from the bathroom. You don't want to pick up the phone and call someone. And so from there, we basically said, hey, let's test this. We think we see a gap in the resource. We see a way to meet people where they are by providing SMS or web chat with this combination of emotional and tactical support. Let's test it. So I, put together a quick pilot and printed off some flyers at Office Depot.
Yes, Office Depot, right?
I walked around the streets of San Francisco posting what I thought were like very sketchy looking 8.5 by 11 flyers. And, just on like telephone poles, and someone pulled out their phone and said like, oh, can I take a picture of that? It looks really cool. And all it said was, tough work situation, ? Connect with a trained peer counselor, and it gave a phone number. And we didn't say whether to text or whether to call. We just provided the long code. And what we saw was 90% of people texted that number who engaged with us. And within a couple of weeks, we had folks from 10 different states. And I don't attribute the 8.5 by 11 flyers to the folks out of state. We started doing some digital tests as well.
This is amazing. This is like guerrilla marketing at its best, right? I'm just going to go photocopy something and hang it on a telephone pole and see what happens. Wow, you struck a nerve.
We wanted to see. We wanted to particularly go. I was doing those near bus stops because we were thinking about like where are people thinking about something they've just experienced at work, or they're on their way to work. And so typically that's like you're on the bus or you're on the train or you're in your break room. And so how do we really show up? And actually one of them was like at food trucks. We posted flyers.
So smart.
Near food trucks. So like people were on break over lunch and stuff. And about a year later, actually someone sent a picture of that 8.5 by 11 flyer. The food trucks had laminated it and put it in the bathroom and had been up for like a year, which we didn't know.
Wow, that's incredible.
So it was, and we saw, this pretty immediate traction where folks would text us and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've never heard of you before. This is amazing. This is exactly what I need. And so we felt like we were onto something. But that doesn't mean that we needed to be an organization, doesn't mean that we needed to be structured in the way that we were. We just knew that this was addressing a need that clearly wasn't being filled.